Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we explore the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Milan Kohut, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced, the lessons learned, and the strategies fueling future growth. Today, I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by Sharareh Noorizadeh, a certified fitness coach with over 20 years of experience, specializing in weight loss, nutrition, and lifestyle transformations. She personally lost more than 80 pounds through disciplined training and nutrition, now training over 100 clients with personalized workouts across online, in-home, and gym settings, including support for pre- and post-surgery recovery, menopause symptom management, and all ages from kids to seniors. Her Level 4 personal training certification powers her motivational approach to sustainable nutrition and holistic fitness results. With that being said, Sherri, let me officially welcome you to Founders Future.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. I'm looking forward to the conversation, so we're going to dive right into it. What I love to do at the beginning of the episode is a bit of traveling back in time. Before you even had your own company, what were you doing before? And then eventually, what was the motivation for starting the business?
That's a very good question. When I was in Iran, I was a psychologist and I was a teacher. Then I moved to Dubai and I became, because I was overweight and I was not happy with myself. So I became personal trainer and nutritionist because there was a personal trainer and nutritionist who helped me to lose a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight through they helped me. Sorry, English is my third language. I speak Farsi, German, then English. So anyway, that's how I start my journey. And the good thing is that I became a nutritionist and psychologist in Dubai, and I became a personal trainer. It was really handy. You need to connect with people. You need to understand their culture. You need to understand so many things to be able to help them. So psychology was a great help for me. Then I moved to Canada. And the journey starts from here because I didn't know what to do. The documentary that I had was not accepted here. So I made a huge mistake and I went for engineering, drafting, and design. I finished that one, but that was not my path. So I said, let's go back to being a personal trainer. So I got all the degrees that they needed me to have to be a personal trainer. And I'm always entrepreneur. I'm always having my own business. I start doing it online, going to people's house. And then I realized that maybe I thought that it's a good solution to go to Good Life and start working there, which was not, because that was not my type. So I came back, I started my own business again. I'm very happy. I love my job. It's a kind of combination of art, psychology, and nutritionist and being a personal trainer. That's my dream job. I'm living my dream. So the thing is that I face so many problems as a woman in a Muslim culture. There was lots of ups and downs. So I need to learn different cultures to understand people. There are so many boundaries in different cultures and religions. I had to learn that. I had to understand how people are eating, and eating is connected to their culture. I need to learn a lot of things to be able to help people. Then I got cancer. So when I get cancer, I realize that how the body deals with cancer. Then in COVID, I lost my husband through COVID. Then I realized what the grieving means. Then through menopause, I learned that every exercise for different ages, different people is different. For example, a woman who is having menopause, she cannot do cardio to lose weight. She has to lift weight more than doing cardio. During this journey, I learned a lot and I'm still learning. Every day that I have clients, I'm researching, then I program them. It's a lovely life.
Yeah, I love it. And I also have to agree that with you having the background in psychology, That must be a huge help, though, just to have a different level of understanding towards people and also working with different mindsets, different perspectives, and really shifting their perspective. Because I know for myself, I've been through a little bit of a transformation myself, where it was also like over 80 pounds that I lost.
Wow.
And yeah, and I know that what it really took was the shift in mindset. So you can do a lot of stuff. You can lift weights, you can start running, you can do a lot, but it's going to come down to what's in here.
Exactly.
Definitely agreed. Now, Sherri, let's talk about what his journey overall got you and what the business really looks like today. So, in this part of the podcast, what I'm trying to do is get our audience and the listeners close to, first of all, who it is exactly that you're focusing on and trying to help to, but also what are the core offers that you have in place right now for your clients?
Um, what is my target is that people with injuries, like before surgery, after surgery, because during this in this period of life, I learned a lot of stretches, and a stretch is extremely important. And people, they don't believe it. They think workout. No, a stretch before, after, a stretch at home, a stretching, how to stretch when you don't have time, when you're sitting on your desk and working, you can stretch to prevent, because all parts of the body, they are connected. When you know how to treat your body, you are in a future, you will not face a lot of pain, which we do. Like a simple thing, flat feet has a big impact in people's back. These things are the things that I'm always digging to. I dig on things that they are challenging me. And the funny thing is that I believe that people, many of us, because of the way that we raised, we don't love ourselves. The first step is teaching a client to love yourself. So my right now, when I want to deal with the client, I always ask them to send me a picture of their food, no matter what it is, and how much chocolate they eat, how much chips they enjoy. I just want to understand their mindset and their culture. Then, according to their food, I'm not going to ask them to have 2 ounces of that and 4 ounces of this, because in the real life it doesn't work. So many people, they don't have time to measure. So
Mhm.
I teach them how they use their hand or their imagination to balance their food. When they feel they are happy with eating food, is like a revenge for some people. They are eating too much or they eat nothing. It comes from I don't love myself. So it's all psychology. When I understand them, then they eat better, they work out better, they feel better. That's all matters.
What sort of structure have you created for these clients to become a part of? Is it a certain program? For example, I'm going to be working with you for the next 5 or 6 months, and this is the result that I'm looking for. Or is it individually? I can just buy your time 2 to 3 times. How did you go about this?
I try to understand them and be very nice to them. But when they see the result, definitely 2 times is a minimum. 2 times working out with me, and I give them always one homework to do at home. But the reality is, when they start, they realize that 2 times is not enough. Normally, they come here to or online or whatever 3 times, and then when they get used to some exercises that they know that they can do it safely and it doesn't need machines, then program them for one more day. Normally, I they work out 3 to 4 times and they do the cardio in between. Depend on, everybody has different
Gotcha.
individual program.
I got you. Okay, so it's very customized and personalized to every
Very
single client
custom.
that you start working with. I got you.
Exactly.
Now, looking retrospectively back at all of those people that you work with, what would you say is the average amount of time that a client spends with you to really set them up for success and a transformation?
5 6 years.
5, 6 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
It takes time. Nothing happened in a day. If real as a woman, there is a big difference between guys and women. Guys wants to have a bigger upper body. We like to have nicer glutes, nicer legs. It doesn't happen in a day. It takes time. It really takes time and patience. And they understand this one. It happened that they go and then they realize, oh, we need help. They come back. I'm always
Hmm.
patient. That's their decision. That's their choice. That's their life.
Very true. And also, a couple of minutes ago, you mentioned whether that's somebody working with you online or in person. So, this begs the question. I know that when it comes to your industry, there's a huge boom in terms of the trend
Yeah.
of really going virtual and online. Because in today's day and age, you can make it happen. You can help a
Yeah.
lot more people this way. So, I'm
Mhm.
curious, what is the ratio of those people that you work with online in comparison to in person?
Equal. Because I train people in California, in US. I train people in different parts of Canada. So they cannot come here to Calgary to be trained. And if they are in Calgary, normally for a couple of sessions, I go to their house no matter what. Because I need to understand, I need to teach them basic things. Online training is very scary. People can damage their muscles. It's very simple and easy. People can overdo it and feel pain. Like shoulder, so many of the guys have shoulder issues because they want to have bigger upper body. They use the weight that it is not proper for their system. So to be honest with you, they're equal. I have a
Gotcha.
lot of online people. There are so many people that they're coming to my house, and there are many people that I go to their house or their
I
gym.
got you. Yeah. Now, there is a lot that is going on the inside of you really working with your client. As you said yourself, it is very personalized. So I would imagine that this is what takes the majority of your time. But also, as a business owner, there's a different set of questions that you need to ask yourself, and really a lot of activities that you need to do to
Yeah,
make this company grow and to have a bigger
yeah,
impact eventually.
yeah.
So, talking about the back end side of the business, what is it that you currently do on the front of marketing and maybe lead generation specifically to make all of this happen and have the ability to bring new clients into your programs?
That's a very good question. I tried creating website. I tried to post in local magazines. I did a lot of things. To be honest with you, I get my clients through mouth to mouth, talking people, talking to each other. That's the main way that I get my client. Like yesterday, one of my clients bring one of her friends to see what she is doing, and then the friends sign in. So to me, I'm done with. I don't advertise. It doesn't work. It's just to me, I believe it's waste of money. But when people are bringing me new client, I always say thank you. For example, I give them 3 free sessions as a thank you. That works perfect because imagine having 3 free sessions, not paying for that because you bring someone to my business. The people introducing me to each other, to friends, that's the only way that it works for me.
Gotcha. Now, when it comes to this is very interesting though, because obviously there's a lot of people in your industry who are heavily dependent on using different strategies on social media. A lot of them also pay advertisement.
Yeah,
Obviously, in some cases, it works very well. So
yeah,
I'm curious if you retrospectively look at what you've tried, what do you think was the reason that it didn't end up working for you specifically?
that's a very good question. I never thought of that. But what I do when I connect with someone and she says or he says, I'm not ready, I'm just asking them, can I call you in a week to see how do you feel, in a month to see how do you feel? I don't let them go. The conversation is always there. I tell them, when we sit and we talk and they say, that's my goal. And I say, how are you going to reach your goal? And that they may come up with a plan. And I call them in a month and say, okay, how you're doing with your goal. So I make them, through this conversation over the time, I make them understand that sometimes we need a little bit help. We cannot do it in our own. Then
Absolutely.
that brings me success. That brings me more clients. Me being consistent, talking to people, connecting with them, not advertising. They understand that I really come from the point that yes, money is important, but your goal is important to me. Then over the time, they might go, but they come back.
Yeah, what I like about what you just said is basically building those value-based relationships and really knowing that even though the person that you end up talking to is maybe not ready to convert or not really looking to hire somebody like you can
Mhm.
still provide a ton of value, stay in touch
Mhm.
with them, and
Yeah.
maybe in the future the no is going to convert to a yes, which makes a lot of sense. But considering this is the way that you go about the business right now, what part does social media actually play in terms of what you currently do? Do you at least use it in terms of creating content and really staying engaged with the audience, or what is overall the strategy with what we can leverage on the side of virtual?
To me, Instagram, in TikTok, Facebook, they are really working for me. I post different things. I post food. I post motivation stuff. I post every time that I post something, I get a lot of good positive information from other people. I learn something through that. People are coming to me. Honestly, this kind of social media is the best for me. I get
Beautiful.
clients through social media, but not through my website. So the
I
thing
got you.
is, there is a very simple thing. I ask my clients, can you save every day $20, $18? And they said yes. I said, if you put $18 a day, you can have any personal trainer that you want to have. It's not that complicated.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, when it comes to growing and scaling the company in the future, what I'm also curious about is what is your perspective on really building out your own teams, maybe? Are you planning on hiring some help for marketing, maybe getting some people to help you with prospecting so that you can communicate with your clients more effectively? Or what is the overall vision when it comes to building those teams?
Right now, I'm trying to find people who I trust to help me with having more clients because sometimes I have a lot of clients and I don't have life. So
Hmm.
I'm trying to hire a couple of people to work for me. And actually, that's a good idea for marketing. I'm not ready for that mentally, but marketing or hiring someone to do the marketing, it's a good thing. I don't say it's a bad thing. For now, it doesn't work for me. But yes, I will do that in the future. Future
Gotcha.
soon.
Gotcha. Now let's talk about the future even more. More specifically, if you think about the short-term goals, let's say the next year, what would you say are the biggest goals for you, targets, revenue, milestones that you have set for yourself?
I believe in small steps. I don't believe big steps. I believe with the small steps, I can get so many things. The small steps that I'm going to have for the next year is hiring more people, having more clients, and I don't, there is no limit in our life. If you put numbers and limits, it's a lot of stress. Psychology way. I never put number. I just go for my best. And at the end of my target, if I feel happy and successful, that would be good. If not, maybe I need to change a couple of things and adjust a couple of things to get my goal. I'm not doing well with numbers. Sorry.
That's perfectly fine. Everybody has a different, unique perspective, so that's completely okay. Now, when you think about the goals that you just shared with us and really getting more clients and maybe also hiring some more people to help you with
Yeah.
everything going on, what
Mhm.
would you say is going to become the biggest challenge to make it happen?
Always finding more clients is a challenge. It's really a challenge because in my industry, I have to update myself all the time. Like it's very easy. The music in my generation is totally different than the music in your generation. If I say I don't like your music, I will be behind. You're not going to choose me. You're going to choose someone who understands you better. So keep updating myself is always a challenge for me. Finding a client is always a challenge. Finding a right direction and don't choose the wrong path is always a challenge. It comes all from
Absolutely.
experience. And the thing is, I always talk to new generation. I always ask their opinion. I always let someone maybe better than me or the same knowledge or different in view of life come and watch me because they can see the things that I cannot see. I'm not perfect. You guys, I'm a pen and paper person. You guys are electronic person. People, we are totally different. Challenge is always there. There is always a challenge, which makes it interesting. Even clients are creating challenge with their problem. Honestly, life without challenge is so boring.
That is true, though. And also, this is a big part of the journey of an entrepreneur, right? And being in a
Yeah,
business, it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows. There is always some obstacles that you need to overcome. So that makes a lot of sense.
always, always.
Now, before we wrap this up, I also want to ask you one of my favorite questions. It's been some time that you've been an entrepreneur, you had your own business. So
Yeah.
if you could maybe travel back in time and speak to your younger self, maybe at the very beginning of your journey as an entrepreneur, what would be the best piece of advice that you would give yourself?
I have 5 different degrees through my life. Instead of spending a lot of time to get lots of different bachelors, which I never used them in my life, I could just focus on one thing, like finishing my psychology the way I wanted, go for PhD, or go to university and do something different than other people in my field. That's my biggest regret. That why I got 5 degrees. I could stick in with one and do my best.
Gotcha. So just pick a direction and follow it.
Oh, and yeah, yeah, that was my
I
biggest
love
regret.
it. Well, Sherri, I appreciate you being vulnerable on the podcast, sharing the good stuff and the not so good stuff. I love to see that. Now, I'm going to be the biggest fan of your journey, so I wish you all the best. I want to thank you for
Thank you.
taking the time today, sharing the story
Thank you.
with me and the audience.
Mhm.
And if anybody wanted to reach out, get in touch, maybe even work with you one day, what is the best way to go about that?
In LinkedIn, they can find me in Sherri Nouri. In Instagram, Facebook, in everything, they can find me as a blue feet butterfly. And my email address is bluefeetbutterfly@gmail.com. Why blue feet butterfly? Because I love blue butterfly. They are freely flying everywhere.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you. Now, to our listeners, if today's conversation inspired you as well, make sure to subscribe to Founders Future on your favorite platform. And also, if you're a business owner, more specifically a consultant or a coach, or you have an agency, and you're trying to scale the business and really enhance both your sales and marketing efforts, also visit closers.io, get in touch with our team, and discover how exactly we scaled our company from
Mhm.
zero to over 30 million per year in less than 3 years. Until then, keep on crushing it, and I'll see you on the next one.